us as interior designers, we have to ask ourselves one simple question from the word go, and that's how the space is going to service the people that are going to use it. So in this case, I'll use this as an example. This is our lounge space for SF Design House. And what we want to achieve here is, of course, comfortability for everyone that walks in. We want someone to instantly understand the brand and what we are trying to communicate to our clientele, or at least the clientele that we are targeting. I think as soon as anyone walks into this place, they are able to right away tell whether we are within their style, because again, styles differ. I won't say this is our particular style, but this is also to liven up the room. This is a very small space, it's a very small room. We darken this wall just to widen it out a bit and also make it a bit more interesting. Of course, also focus the whole point of the room with this yellow couch and the art. Then the lighting as well, to try and center the room, because we have lighting on both sides of the room. And of course, it's also a showroom of sorts, so it has to function in all those different spheres. So professionally trained as an information security specialist, or the common term would be cybersecurity. Something that I still have interest in and do as and when I'm able to. What drives me to throw my back and mind into this? Dan and I, there's something about a passion. It's a wildfire. Fast. You can try to suppress it and then it just consumes everything around you. I remember at my former workplace, my lunch times were running out. Like I was always on the run. Like I'd come in very early to try and finish most of my work. Then by lunch, like towards lunchtime, I'd disappear, come back like at 2:30. It was a thing that I thought was sustainable at that point. But thank God for COVID. COVID helped us all be a bit more introspective and think about what we really want to do, how we are really spending our time. We have had this company around for at least 5 years, but intentionally full-time being invested in it was from last year around June is when we made the jump and we're like, let's fully focus on the growth of this baby. We believe we have seen the separation around the creative industry and just how underpaid these people slave away. My goodness, architects, guys, no better. I mean, these people are doing a lot of work and the pay is just sad. It's sad. And then I guess it goes back also to the clients, what clients are willing to pay. But then it has to start from somewhere. People need to understand the value of what we are bringing to the table, one. And it starts from the top. The people who have been there for a while need to advocate for this. They shouldn't settle for wishy-washy, consultation fees, and a standard needs to be set. According to our process is very inclusive. We are not, when we are finished with a design, this is your house, this is your hotel, this is your safari lodge. We are not the ones going to inhabit that space. We are just helping you bring your ideas to life. That's why I've said it's inclusive. So if you're working on someone's, let's say, home, I have to understand how you want that home to work for you. Because at the end of the day, it's not me who's going to inhabit the home. My main role is to help advise as much as possible on ways, let's say if we are working on an office, a stay-at-home office or something, my main role is to advise on how that office is going to work for you. The living room, if you have 6 kids in these times, I have to think about those 6 kids and how they're going to interact with that living room. We can't give you white couches. We're not going to give you things that kids are going to easily knock themselves, and you can't avoid that, but I keep that in mind as I come up with those ideas. Once a project has started, or even before it starts, we go back into like a very detailed questionnaire where we ask the client to detail some things about the project that they would like to have done. And then we have internal meetings where we allocate that work, specifically who's going to do what, the 2D layouts, we give you timelines. And then, of course, there are a lot of revisions, the back and forth in the design process with the client of, I want this, I want that, change this, change that. Once we are done with that, then we engage our vendors. Our vendors then come on board. Contractual agreements are very important with this work because it's creative work. Creatives, please get contracts because you need to track what the person said. If you don't have a contract, it's hard to know. People change their mind. I mean, today I'm thinking it's blue. The next day I'm thinking I want black. How do I track that without losing money? I need to have a contract. Then we do a lot of supervisory visits during the execution bit. That's where the project management comes in. And we try to be as engaging as possible with our clients. Of course, they know the number of revisions they get. They know at what point they get more money asked. There's a payment plan. So we try to have a lot of documentation around our work as much as it's creative work. The culture in Uganda, when it comes to interior design, we are a long way home. And I'm not trying to be negative. I think the mindset around interior design is Banamie Kozo. Why do you want to match my curtains to my paint color? Do I really need help picking out a couch? Do I really not know? I know that a bedroom has in a bed, side tables, a bench, a mirror. My bathroom should have in this and that, and like people have this cram work, and interior design goes beyond the items. It's the feeling of the room. Now, you can have all the items in a room. I mean, we know that a living room should have a couch, a coffee table, a side table, a plant. Okay, if you've gone through enough Pinterest pictures, I think you know that. But you put those things in your home and it won't feel the way you want it to feel. And in most cases, we have people coming in and asking us, I got these items, but there's something missing. I don't know how to, I don't know where I lost, where something got lost in translation. So I would say as far as the culture goes, people are have been very slow to catch on. But we are patient. We shall wait for the market to make that transition. Again, we realize that this is a lifestyle service. It's I mean, if you don't have water running and your car and you're worried about, this is not a service you're going to necessarily want to get. Yeah. But for all the people that can afford it, also are very skeptical. In most cases, what they do is they'll ship a whole container from China, or they'll ship a whole container from Dubai, and they bring all that furniture. And we all know, at the risk of sounding, I don't know, but there's a certain way a rich person's living room in Uganda looks like. It's like those leather chairs and over what. But if those people were more open-minded to approach us, and we specifically find their style, like let's find what works for you, let's implement it for you, let's create the feeling of the room. How do you want your people to feel when they walk into your living room, your kitchen, your dining area, how do you want to feel when you walk into your bedroom? If it's a commercial space, what's your target market? Like a hotel, it can't be that you want everyone, because your price point determines the people who are going to use that hotel. Interior designers go that deep. Return on investment, we are involved in the money. We are involved in how do we communicate to your clientele. Let's say if you're putting up a restaurant in Lugogo Bypass, who are you targeting? How much turnover are you looking at in a year? When do you want to get your money back? Like, we are involved, and then we create ideas around the money.